Hello out there and welcome to the table. So I am excited about this knife we have on the table today. So this one right here, of course, you can tell this is a Spyderco. So which is this one? This is going to be our Chaparral, and this is in Birdseye maple. So that really beautiful wood, but it's also kind of unique. It's a non-locking knife. This is their slip it line, which means this is a slip joint. This is a non-locking folder, which again, kind of unique given its, somewhat modern design, but giving that nice classic opening method without a lock. So that might open this knife up for places where you can't have a locking knife, but still feels very secure, very high class, super high quality. And of course, Spyderco does it right. This particular one, the Chaparral series, they're based out of that Taichung, Taiwan manufacturing facility, and they do really good work there. And so, of course, the price reflects that as well. But recently there were some dealers out there who had like a 20-something% off coupon for Spyderco. So I really had to jump on this one because I've had my eyeballs on it ever since it was released with this beautiful wood. So let's go ahead and take a look at this knife. So this is our Chaparral Slip It. And what I really like about this knife, it is a true slip joint knife. We have the full back spring right here. So it's not one of those silly like double detent slip joints, which isn't even really a slip joint. But we have the full steel, back spring right here, and of course the opening with the opening hole, man, that is smooth. It feels great in hand. And the Chaparral is a smaller knife, but we have of course, the classic finger choil right here. So you still get a full hand grip on this knife, even though it is a smaller blade. Because our Chaparral here, this is a 2.5-inch blade, about 6.5 inches of overall length. So it's not a big knife, like at all, but it feels really good in hand. It fills the hand without a problem. And that slip joint action and lockup is just nice and tight. Like it does not feel like it's going to slip. I can still, if I want to, push it forward to unlock it, but it snaps right back into place. Feels amazingly solid. You can check out the interior there, nice and clean. A little bit of skeletonization on these steel liners in the knife, helps a little bit with weight. And we also get, of course, that, classic deep carry, that wire clip, and it's reversible. So you can carry this, left hand, right hand side, tip up carry, take it off if you prefer, because sometimes slip joints are just, really great for pocket carry. But really the draw of getting this knife with this Birdseye maple is that, everything with wood is going to be unique, especially Birdseye maple. The burl, the markings are going to be unique to every knife. And then they put that really nice finish on it. It just shines in the light. You can see how the light catches that. Hopefully the camera's seeing that, but it just looks so good. So this is the definition of your gentleman's carry. The way this knife catches light, feels great in hand, nice and smooth scales, smooth action right here, absolutely flawless. And the grind lines on this blade, because we can see this is a CTS XHP steel. So again, really nice super steel here. And those lovely grinds that they do so well in Taichung. So pretty nicely made. So I knew this was going to be a good one picking it up. And of course, opening this box, absolutely impressed. So this is fully what I expected. But let's go ahead and check out how lightweight it is. Because again, it's a pretty lightweight knife. The wood scales are not going to weigh a whole lot, and those liners are cut out. But let's see. So yeah, 2.1 ounces. That's super lightweight for what you're getting here. Probably a smidge less if you take off the pocket clip. So you can, just put it in your pocket and forget about it. Very classy knife overall. And of course, the size of this one, like I said, it's a small knife. And if you're not familiar with the Chaparral model in general, I mean, let me see what I have on the table here. This is a Para 3, Spyderco Para 3. And this is known as a small knife too. And so we can see the size comparison there. It's smaller than the Para 3. And so handle of the Para 3 is much larger. You get a full hand grip on there, but even the blades, so put them side by side. You can see our cutting edge. It's not drastically different, on the Chaparral. But our handles, of course, big difference in grippable handle size. Nice big Spyderco choils there. So again, pretty comparable, even though the Para is a US model versus a Taiwanese model. And of course, gargantuan in comparison is going to be our Paramilitary 2 right here. So let's go ahead and put that next to it as well. So that seems to like dwarf it, right? But just some pretty common, knives you might put in comparison to this one are just great to show off side by side. And it really gives you an idea of the cutting edge and differences there. So our PM2, much larger blade, much more cutting edge, for different use case scenarios for a knife like this one versus the Chaparral. But it's definitely worth comparing. So really just wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on this one because, straight out of the package, absolutely flawless. That's a laser. There are no issues cutting with this knife. So this is one, it's heirloom quality. This is something you could easily pass down over generations because it's just really well built. And the action for a slip joint knife, this is impeccable. Perfect. Oh man, that slip joint opening that. Yeah, the way it snaps into place, beautiful. So I can't really rave enough about this one. Just sharing my first thoughts and opinions. And if you are on the fence about picking up this knife, again, the slip joint variant is kind of what I was eyeballing, but they also have this, I believe, in a lockback version as well, if you have to have a locking knife for your purposes. But I think the legal aspect of the slip joint is going to help a lot of us out there in different jurisdictions where you can do a locking knife. So I think that might be helpful. And plus you're getting something super classy and feels and looks great. So hope you enjoyed watching my first impressions here. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below. Would love to hear your thoughts. And I hope you all have a nice day. See you later.